What's up, YouTube? It's now an awesome one, and welcome to this video where I'm going to be talking about how WWE superstar CM Punk has officially left the WWE. As you probably seen in like 20 other videos by now, but I'm going to give you my thoughts. And basically, the reason he's leaving, it's not official why he left, but like by reading like different articles and stuff like TMZ reported, or I know I read TMZ, Bleacher Report, and PWMania.com, and they were all saying because he was PO'd about Batista winning the Royal Rumble, which I wasn't all that too happy about, because like I hate how the WWE is gonna like take a part-time guy, kind of push him to that top level, which really isn't fair. When like Batista is like going all the way to the main event, when there's still guys that earn that like don't even get like mid-card matches. Like, when's the last time you seen Zack Ryder on TV? But he clearly deserves it. But then you see Batista come back out of, like, nowhere, other than doing this little stupid Japan movie, whatever that crap was, and fighting MMA, like, twice. And then, like, he goes straight to the Royal Rumble and wins it. Zack Ryder wasn't even entered in that Royal Rumble. Neither was people that clearly deserved it, like Daniel Bryan. Like, I really feel like Bryan should at least have. That's why the crowd. Honestly, that's why the crowd was booing Mysterio when he came out. Because I didn't watch the Rumble, but I was like on Twitter and hashtag Royal Rumble, just like scroll through the feed, and like, it's kind of like watching it but without actually visually seeing it. And as they're saying like Mysterio's coming out, I'm like, that just killed the Rumble for me. Like, obviously it's gonna be Batista. Like, if Bryan was not in it, I had no hope for anyone else to win it other than possibly Roman Reigns. And, he set a record. I'm happy for him, actually. But I really feel like anyone else should have won that. Punk clearly deserved to win that Rumble. Either him or Bryan. Either one of them needed to win the Rumble. The other one needs to go to the Chamber, win the title, and they defend it against whichever. If it's Punk defending the title, if it's Bryan defending the title, then Batista gets a heel turn, wins the title, okay, whatever. At least then Bryan is like losing it after like 2, 3, a month at least, instead of like 2, 3 minutes. So that's just how I feel it should be. And then also that CM Punk found out that he was going to be facing Triple H at WrestleMania, which I don't mind. I saw that match in 2011 at Night of Champions. It wasn't that bad, but I don't want to see that. I'd rather see Punk in a title match. Like, with it happening WrestleMania 29, obviously, with Rock being back and Cena holding the belt. No, sorry. With Rock winning the belt, I was like, it's done. Punk's not going to be in the main event. Because Rock, for one, The Rock himself would take that main event if he had the belt or didn't. And with him with the belt, you could, like, cancel out Punk getting a chance at all. And Cena winning the Rumble, they were not going to do Punk versus Cena and Rock. That doesn't even sound right, actually. Rock versus Cena sounds right. It's just truth. Punk clearly deserves to be main events like that, but WWE's obviously not going to do that because they don't see that number one guy, and they see him as like number 2 or 3, like Orton, then Punk, then Bryan, Sheamus. I don't know who else. Ryback. I don't know. Who cares? And also, that PWMania, or PWMania.com, also released that WWE has officially unfollowed CM Punk on Twitter, which I felt that's just taking it to a further level when they're still following guys that aren't even in WWE right now. They're like wrestling independently. I had a couple people written down, but I'll use a different piece of paper. But they have guys that are wrestling independently right now that were on their roster at one point that they're still following, but they're gonna unfollow their number 2 guy or 3, or he was in that main event level. So they're gonna follow him, but they're gonna follow some independents that don't have a name, don't have any money, aren't entertaining. Obviously, if they're not in WWE, well, that's not true, but you know what I mean. And then also about AJ's tweet, and she was saying that like Phil has officially left the WWE. then like it was deleted. So obviously like WWE must. I'm not saying they tweeted her because obviously everyone else will see that. More like like maybe like McMahon or some kind of official text her or called her, direct message through Twitter telling like delete this crap. I mean like or you're gonna get fired. You can join him wrestling in ROH. I mean you go see Jay Lethal or something. So and also Bully Ray had tweeted out. He said since CM Punk is gone, you want to step in the ring with me, and I wouldn't mind that. I mean I swear if CM Punk went to TNA, WWE is like, I mean, they're still gonna be number one, but I mean, TNA is gonna like go from like right here. They're gonna like elevate, like the point you can't see my hand anymore. Because I mean, they're gonna be good. They have Punk, they have Aries, they have basically the ROH roster. They had AJ Styles until he had to leave. I'm telling you, if they had like Cesaro and Bryan, they would be the ultimate roster. Because I feel that'd be more entertaining. Because wrestling wise, they are more entertaining than WWE. Because their wrestlers, WWE's wrestlers cannot wrestle. I mean, I like seeing and everything, but I mean, compared to the stuff that Aries and Saban are doing, he sucks. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, even the built guys, like I won't call Magnus built, but I mean, he's about okay. He's not about his size, but I mean, but like muscle, he's big, and I mean, I think he moves better than Cena or some of the other bigger guys on the roster. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, like, as long as I mean, if Punk's gonna quit, I hope he's not charging a whole bunch to meet him at like Independence. Go see him in Maryland or wherever. If it's PWS, MCW, FWE, ROH show, they come to Virginia anytime soon. Probably don't, but still. Any independent, I'll go meet him because I mean I met him before. He's always been a pretty cool guy to me. I mean he seemed pretty nice, just laid back, cool to himself, and I mean like I mean he's been working probably even harder than Batista, and for Batista just to go straight to the main event, not fair. I mean like ever since that promo in 2011, his schedule probably went from like nowhere to through the roof. I mean this guy was probably working house shows, radio on that promo. I mean that promo basically has defined his career and led him to where he was. And I would love to see him come back if he does. A heel, face. 2013 Punk was bad. Right after he left before Extreme Rules, his career was like boring as crap. I mean like look at who he faced. I mean no big matches, no main events. I mean they tried to build that Ryback Punk in the Cell match. I mean they did that the year before. They both sucked both times. He didn't have a good year at all. I mean it was horrible. I hate Punk as a face. I love him as a heel because I mean that's when like he can be himself and he can say whatever's on his mind, and I like that. I really wish they could have had a Bryan Punk feud like what they did in 2012. Just switch it to Punk's the heel and Bryan's the face because Punk works better as a heel, Bryan's better as a face. So now and also on out. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment on what you think should have happened. If you feel it's fair for Batista to come back. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna sit here and tell you I'm a Batista fan. I mean, I just watched his DVD a couple days ago. I mean, I like Batista, but I don't like him coming back and getting sent straight to the main event of WrestleMania. He should have a match, maybe against Lesnar, Cena, not Undertaker, anyone. I really don't care who. Triple H actually be a good match. I mean, I don't know how they work that in, but I'm just saying I don't want him being the main event. I don't think that's fair. I think there's so many other people that clearly deserve at least the opportunity to get a world title. I mean, there's a guy like Kofi Kingston that hasn't taken any breaks unless it was injury, and he's never gotten a world title shot except for in the Elimination Chamber twice, but he's been eliminated. Wasn't even in the last three. I mean, there's so many other guys that clearly deserve WWE Championship matches, like Dolph Ziggler. Newer guys that are coming up that deserve opportunities, not for a part-time to come in and kind of get sent to the main event, like Xavier Woods. They're probably going to bring up Sami Zayn in a little bit. I don't know. I forgot the guy's name. talk kind of funny that was in the Royal Rumble. It starts, last name starts with the R. Big dude, kind of chubby-ish, whatever. If he's watching this, whoops. That's pretty much it. Now and also on out. I mean, I don't feel at all what WWE's doing is right, and I don't blame Punk at all for leaving, because I think, okay, I wouldn't do the same, but I agree with Punk. Now and also on.